My wife Michal is great at printing pictures. Every time we're after an event, family event, or a family outing or something, on the way home, she immediately deletes from her phone or from the camera all the pictures that aren't so good, and within a few days, a week or two maximum, we have a printed album. It used to be a regular album, today it's a digital album, but it's printed out. And that is unlike me and probably most of you watching this video. Well, every 2 days our phone tells us that it's too full, or our Google Drive is too full, because we just keep pictures and we keep them, and we're taking photographs all the time, but we never get to print them. And why is it so important to print them? What's the big deal? We have them on the computer. Why should we print them out? What's the point? And I think the answer is in our parsha, Matot-Masei. The Torah gives a list of all the 42 stops Bnei Israel had in the desert. Vayis'u mipo vayachanu b'sham, vayis'u miritma, makelot, Bnei Yakan, Mosera, places we never heard of, we never know what happened there. The Torah gives us very little details about 4 or 5 places specifically where specific things happen, but all the rest is just a list. What is the point of this list? Rashi points out that gives 2 reasons. First reason, he says, is Lazkir Chasadav Shel Makom. It comes to remind us that actually, even though there were 42 different stops on the way in the desert, actually most of the time, Bnei Israel were in one place. They weren't moving every 2 days. For 38 years, they were in one place, and they were only for a year or two, they were actually moving around, which is a big chesed of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But the second thing is second explanation in Rashi is a Midrash Tanchuma that says that it's like a mashal. It gives a parable to a person who had his son, who went with his son on a long journey because he was sick or there's something happened, and on the way back they were reminiscing and saying, well, you remember in this place we did this, with this place we did that, this place you didn't feel well, this place we healed, this place we met this person. And that way you go and see things in a perspective. You go through a journey. We're taking pictures all the time. Our mind is taking pictures. Our phone is taking pictures. But sometimes you have to look back and be able to look at certain stops, and the answer really is, and see everything in perspective. And the answer to the question is, why does the Torah give us such a long phone book list? Is because it's not a phone book list. It's just a list of pictures. Every place for Bnei Israel was a picture. And the ability to, at the end of 40 years, to look back at this list, to open this album and start reminiscing, well, this place we didn't do so well, and we had to fix our ways. This place was actually great. There were Einot Mayim and Shivim Tamarim. This place, Aaron HaKohen died, and we suffered and we mourned, and we remember what Aaron HaKohen was for us, and what was the significance. And this place, this happened, and every place is not a line on the list. It's a picture which lets us see everything in perspective. And that is something we have to do in life a lot. It's not just printing an album, which is great for tiulim or events, but it's also important being able to look back at what we do and see the pictures, see things in perspective. As this famous song says, it's just like different pieces of a puzzle. To see when we see all the pictures together, we can see also the big picture. See what was good, what wasn't that good, and what we can always improve. And with that, we finish Sefer Bamidbar. We finish all the wandering of Am Yisrael Bamidbar. We say Chazak, Chazak, Nitchazek. And B'ezrat Hashem, in this time, we need to get stronger and move into Sefer Dvarim, Mishneh Torah. Shabbat Shalom.